Meow, 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 meow,
Can you be silent for 5 seconds?
I'm loose. I said I'm loose, baby.
I don't even know why I have fucking notes out today. We're
What
not
do your
even,
notes say? I was looking at James's notes earlier. It says cars, clothes.
we're not even talking about this movie. I have some other notes. Oh, so from the title for
It looks like the notes of someone trying to learn English.
oh, because he came up with the title. See, I had a different title in mind, and I liked it, but we're gonna go with the other one.
You gotta give Jackson a win here and there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad choice. He wasn't a bad one
It's good.
anyway. Yeah.
Season of the Vivovich featuring Victor. Check that out now.
Yeah, it's the one that's already up. It's before the one that's on now.
And today our topic is
The Wire season 4.
the Vivire.
Yeah,
Remind me what the focus is of season 4.
the schools. It's schools and politics, but this is the season where there's 4 young kids who are in middle school, and they're all main characters.
This would be a nice opportunity for me to talk about my experience teaching in the inner city.
Yeah. So if in that environment, and if you're in this world too, and understanding like psychology at all, the arcs of these characters, of these young children, it's uncanny. Like the decisions that they make are so real, it's uncomfortable. There's an instance where one of the young kids whose father is doing life in prison, he's a previous character on the show.
Yeah.
Weebei's son is, being put out on the street trying to sell drugs, but he's just not built for it at all. And he has a
Which one is
out.
that?
He's got the big ponytail.
What's his name?
Naaman Bryce.
Naaman.
And then Mike, the one who ends up working for Marlo Stanfield.
They were naming him. They were like, what are we doing right now? Naaman.
Name.
Why are we doing him Naaman?
Dude, so, and his mom is this incredibly ratchet, angry, alcoholic, Newportan woman that like forces him to sell drugs and forces him to be tough. But he's just not tough.
Yeah.
But so they're hanging, and then he's hanging out with a kid who is tough, who ends up working with Chris and Snoop, the fucking most murderous people.
Is Michael B. Jordan?
No, Michael B. Jordan's been gone. Michael B. Jordan dies in the first season.
But you're talking about the guy where there's a scene where them like training him to be an assassin, basically.
Yeah. That's not Michael B. Jordan.
That shit is so stupid.
It's pretty cool, actually. But
it's fine, but it's like I don't think in the hood they're like putting you on John Wick missions.
That's the thing about this show is that there's parts of it that are very, very real, and then there's other parts that are like they're like superheroes. Like Omar is like not a real character. That guy does not fucking exist in real life, but he's a lot of fun to watch. And Chris and Snoop are like that. They're not. There's not fucking serial. I mean, there's murderers that work for like drug organizations, but not that and to that degree. But the characterization of the children and the way that they interact with the world, it was obviously written by someone who's probably worked how you've worked, and it's been in that field and understands like teen troubled youth. Like his reaction to,
I mean, it's David Simon was a newspaper reporter, so he encountered all this shit.
Yeah, and the other guy was a cop.
Yeah.
And so Mike helps him beat up a guy that rips him off because he's not tough enough, And then when next time he sees Mike, he tries to flex on Dookie, this like the stinky kid in their group, to try to be like tough. You know what I mean? And then when Mike starts beating on him, but it's just like such a real reaction from a kid that age to try to like reclaim his like, status by just like flexing on a weaker kid around the tougher kid.
There was a house in the Ninth Ward in New Orleans that just abandoned and spray painted on the front of it. It said R.I.P. Mama Dookie, R.I.P. Pooh Stupid.
I guess trying to have a conversation that leads anywhere with you is pretty pointless, huh?
What did you want me to say in response to that?
I don't know. Engage in the content and maybe like...
I can't remember what you said. You're saying, okay, so Mike does what?
Mike, yeah, dude.
You said
it's
Dookie,
fine.
and I started thinking about Mama Dookie and Pooh Stupid. R.I.P.
Yeah.
to them.
You just wandered off on me, dog. You could literally just be in a different room right now watching. You are. You're probably watching something unrelated on your screen.
I'm watching anime. Psych. I never would. Ever.
I'd never have. Back in my
Never have. Never
age,
will.
Anime, when I was younger, there was a subculture of it. I guess there is now, but they were like movies. Like there was this movie called Ninja Scroll that was kind of like oddly popular, but it was very violent
Yeah.
and very exotic.
What do you mean?
Like there was naked ladies in it.
Okay.
So that was like I was in like the 8th grade, and everybody's like, "Ooh, Ninja Scroll." It was a VHS.
It's a very normal thing to be into now, which I think is a reflection of a decline in our culture.
Ooh,
Adults watching cartoons.
speak on that.
Adults shouldn't do that.
What about social commentary cartoons like The Simpsons or Family Guy or Adult Swim type shit?
No.
No,
No.
you don't consider it a form of art?
I didn't say it's not a form of art. I said it's not for grown-ups. I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons when I was a little kid also. So The Simpsons just shouldn't be on the air.
I think the content is like what determines whether an adult, not the medium.
Ed Burns, who was the co-writing partner
Yeah.
on The Wire, was
Yeah,
a
that's
former
right.
homicide detective and public school teacher.
Oh, there it is.
There you go.
There it fucking is, bro.
I will say, like, I haven't watched The Wire in a minute, but my teaching experience was very much like informed by my drinking.
Ooh.
So looking back on it, I don't know whether it was as awful,
Like
because I was drunk / hungover all the time. Like I came in the first day and I was like, all right, I'm not going to drink before I teach. This is a bad idea to do this, which I had been drinking during my like student teaching. I would go slam like a fucking, whatever it is, pint of gin before I taught. No, it was gin.
Oh, really?
New Amsterdam gin.
In New
Whatever,
Orleans?
you get the 2 for $6. I think it's like half a fifth.
In
It's
New
two of
Orleans?
these guys. Yeah.
No wonder all those people are so fucking stupid, dude. All the teachers are drunk.
Not all of them, me. I got in trouble for it, but
How long did this continue for? Like how
the
long?
student teaching was a month, and then when I was actually teaching was a year. But I was gonna say I showed up to my first day, and I'm like, all right, time to be a teacher, and I like passing out papers, and my hands are like vibrating because I'm withdrawing from alcohol and I'm nervous. And one of the kids was like, "Ooh, he nervous," and I was like, "Fuck this!" And I just went and got a fucking bottle at lunch.
Ooh,
And so the rest of the year I was drunk, smoking crack occasionally.
nice.
The
Like
days
half
that I
Nelson.
smoked crack, the kids could tell that there was something, that there was a difference.
Yeah.
Because I would show up and they'd be like, "Oh fuck, we're learning today, dude. We're not gonna watch a movie today. He's gonna like tell us about literature."
Could you?
I'd be like, "You guys don't understand. Nathaniel Hawthorne based this on his ancestors. So in a way, he's sort of like shitting on the people that he came from, the founding stock of America. But he's calling out this Puritan hypocrisy." And they're like, "What is he talking about, bro?"
But
The Scarlet Letter goes hammer as hell.
but how would you sustain? I mean, you gotta smoke crack like every fucking 15 minutes, dude.
No, I would do it.
Or
I
I
would
do.
hit the bathroom and do it. If you want to feel good, yes, but you'll still have to be energetic.
Yeah.
You
I
just feel like
guess.
increasingly shitty, but yeah.
That sounds horrifying.
It wasn't great. I didn't do it all the time. I did it maybe a couple days a week. It would be if I like drank until 6 a.m, I'd be like, I have to smoke crack to get through the day tomorrow.
Oh man, I fucking yuck. So there's a scene in The Wire in this season that just happened that was so visceral that it brought me back to the first time I saw it. I was actually sitting in here in this house watching it, and I was fucking like really, really just baked. And it's the scene where Bubs tries to hang himself in the detainee, whatever, the interrogation office.
Yeah.
They walk in and Bubs is hanging, and it's sad. Bubs is like your favorite character, you know. He's the crackhead.
Not mine.
He's the lovable crackhead.
Junkie piece of shit.
And it was weird. I made me remember how I felt the first time. I was like, I had a physical reaction. It was pretty wild. But
Did you ever try to kill yourself while you're in containment?
in containment, no. I tried before.
You didn't try to Epstein out?
No, I tried it with pills.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. I think every man should try to kill himself at least once, and it's an important experience.
Well, I mean, it depends on how hard you're trying. I had a buddy whose dad didn't try. He succeeded. Yeah. Well, he found out he had cancer. And
no, we've talked about this before. That's respectable.
it kind of is.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah. And dude, and the way he did it was like, so in the front, in the forehead, no side of the head shit. He put the fucking gun in his forehead. That is wild. That takes like really big balls. That's Harry Carey type shit. I mean, not to the level of Harry Carey, because you gotta.
I think I would pop a bunch of pills and get really drunk, and then like smear myself in pork fat and climb into like a tiger enclosure.
I always used to say I would want to go to the top of a building, douse myself in gasoline, and light myself on fire and jump off.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, and then it would be questionable on whether it was suicide or not too. So my mom wouldn't have to deal with that.
I think it'd be pretty. Why would it not be clear that it was suicide?
Because who the fuck would do something that fucking insane?
So
They could think that I owed somebody some money.
That you were murdered?
Yeah.
Well, the other option is
I did owe a lot of people money at that time in my life.
Attach a
A lot
gun
of bad people.
to a bunch of balloons, like high powered, helium balloons or a weather balloon. Shoot yourself in the middle of nowhere. Takes the murder weapon away.
Oh, there you go.
Make it look like you got killed. And you leave a note being like, "There's some bad people after me." Maybe somebody you didn't like. You're like, I think Jimmy's gonna kill me.
Like a Facebook.
You do a Gone
Live.
Girl and frame somebody you don't like for your own murder.
That's not a bad idea, dude. I'll keep that one in the book in case everything goes.
Everybody hates me. These guys are all talking shit.
Oh, there's all these
I
points.
hope they don't kill me. Your journal, it's like you have one entry in your journal, and it's like, decided to start this journal. By the way, if I disappear, it was Chris Hemsworth.
So there's other things, and so there's all these lines in The Wire that get repeated by separate characters over time. It's really, it's a very cool.
It's a very writerly show.
Yeah,
I will say the little sayings, like the street sayings that they have at the beginning of every episode, are fucking cringe as hell.
No, they're not. You're wrong.
I think they are.
No, because sometimes they're just like little plugs. You're just remembering like one or two that you felt that way about. Because there's sometimes it's just like play in the dirt, you'll get dirty. Or, oh, is that all there is to it? That's literally 2 episodes ago. That's what it was. That's all there is to it? Because Bubs is trying to get trying to figure out how to give a guy a hot shot to kill him because he keeps torturing him in the streets. And the guy's like, all you got to do is get this cyanide, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, is that all there is to it? And that's the quote at the beginning of the movie.
What? How's the guy torturing Bubs?
So you like vaguely half attention watched The Wire like 10,
I watched it. I was wrapped with attention. I loved it.
And now you have all these comments.
I
About
sampled it on my first album.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. That's why we're watching it now because Turnstile sampled
Because you're making
it.
some music? Oh, no.
No, Turnstile sampled it in their new record, and it kind of reminded me of it. And I was like, hey, you want to watch this? Because Turnstile's from there, too. From Baltimore.
Bodymore, Murderland.
Mm-hmm. And Hippie Sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
They're very popular. Show is very popular. What did you sample?
I sampled when the detective is talking to her daughter, and she's like, say, good night, hustlers. Good night, scammers. Good night to one and all.
What detective?
So this black lady is putting her daughter to bed, and she has her say good night to all the hustlers and the scammers and everything. I also sampled an interview with Snoop where she's talking about...
Oh, man, Snoop's so good, dude.
She's talking about a bunch of clearly made-up stories where it's like, you were born to a drug-addicted mother, probably true. You saw your mother's friend get shot through the stomach with an arrow while she was pregnant. I was like, what the hell? Like, what did you learn from that? And she's like, I just learned take every moment because you never know when it's going to be your last. And then the song drops. It was a good song.
I don't remember that. There's no black female detectives in The Wire that have children. The one that is Kima.
It's Kima.
She doesn't have a child.
She's saying goodnight to some baby, little girl.
Oh, you know what? Her lover has a baby.
There you go.
But then they break up. I'm confused.
It happens. I think it's probably in the last season.
It might be in the last season. I'm not there yet. Well, this time around. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll probably be there.
I promise it's there.
I'll probably have seen it. No, I think you sampled a different show and you think it's The Wire.
Guarantee you it's from The Wire.
Okay. So what else are we talking about today? To whoever's listening to this, sorry we're so aimlessly unguided with our intentions today. Our guest didn't show up. Yeah, our guest didn't show up, and, fuck it.
What do you got?
I have
Cars, clothes.
Walk Home, Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Pink or black? This is a question.
I'm going the girl?
Yeah,
black.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. I was like, because the pink dress is so good.
It's fine.
It's
a sweater.
really good. It's a dress, but it's a sweater.
She says, you want me to take my sweater off?
Yeah. And it's like that whatever looking stuff.
So we could talk about Natasha
alpaca.
Kinski. Do you know that she was the daughter of Klaus Kinski?
Who's that?
He was I want to say, Swedish actor who worked a lot with Werner Herzog, and he's the subject of an amazing documentary called My Best Fiend, where Werner Herzog breaks down his fruitful collaboration with this guy who was also a complete fucking nutcase. Klaus Kinski was like insane and extremely demanding, and would just treat Werner Herzog like shit. Are you a Herzog fan?
Not really.
You never seen Bad Lieutenant Protocol New Orleans?
Nope.
Never seen Rescue Dawn? Aguirre,
Yes.
The Wrath of God, Nosferatu the Vampire, Wojciech Fitzcarraldo, Cobra Verde?
Nope.
Gotta check him out.
Was
But, yeah,
Warner?
he's
Is he an
Natasha
actor too,
Kinski's.
right?
Yeah, he was in the
Dragon?
Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise.
He wasn't in the dragon, the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Maybe.
I think he's in that movie.
Let me see.
He's very German looking dude, right? Werner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in that movie.
Nope, he's not in there.
Yeah, he is.
He's directing a new movie called Bucking Fastard.
Yeah, he's been on Rogan, dude. Rogan on his dick hard.
He had Werner Herzog on Rogan?
Yeah, because Werner
No
Herzog
way.
made
No way.
a movie. Werner Herzog made a fucking what's it
Never
called?
been on there.
He talks about him all the time. He didn't have him on,
He has not been on there.
dude. He talks about because he made a fucking Yeti. What's the fucking Bigfoot movie, right?
No.
Uh huh.
You're confused.
Okay, go. Keep talking about something then, because there is something that I want to look at.
My Best Fiend chronicles this relationship between him and Herzog, and Klaus Kinski was just like a complete nutcase. Almost died. I think he died early in his life because he lived so strenuously, and he had a one-man show where he portrayed Jesus, and he offended everybody, and they tried to like take the microphone away from him, and it was messed up. I maintain that all good actors are crazy. To be a good actor, you have to be a psychopath.
You think so?
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf is a great example. I got in trouble for defending
Werner
him recently.
Herzog has been a guest on Rogan's podcast.
Absolutely has not.
And has also discussed Herzog's work. And Werner and Joe Rogan had a few points of connection.
Has never been on there.
Bro. What?
My favorite episodes of any podcast was your interview with Werner Herzog.
Oh, it was fucking...
You had him in here? I have not, but I would love to.
Okay, so God, fucking AI, bro. Oh, man,
This has been
I'm
a
so
common thing
fucking
with you,
sick.
is you Googling stuff and then you see...
Yeah, God forbid I fucking believe the fucking search engine.
Yeah.
That's so annoying to me that you're like, man, what kind of retard are you that you're fucking go to the place that everybody goes for fucking information and believe the information that it gives you? Maybe because I have a fucking life to live and like searching stupid fucking pop culture information isn't like, I don't have time to like sift through it.
Your life would be easier to live if you learned these simple lessons.
So what, spend more time giving a fuck about Werner fucking Herzog? Whether or not he's been on the podcast? I know that Joe Rogan talks about him all the time.
Like really authoritatively assert something like that if you're not sure about it.
Well, Joe Rogan speaks on him a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Joe Rogan
He's an
speaks
incredible
on his
filmmaker.
film a lot. He's never been on there.
Yeah, I know instinctively whether someone's been on JRE or not. You can ask me any question, any person. Mahatma Gandhi, no.
No, I just get super
Terrence
frustrated
McKenna,
when
yes.
I'm trying to figure something out, and I'm like, oh well, this says this, and then it's like, well, that's fucking lying.
So this
It's like,
happened
well, that's
earlier
cool.
this week because you said that the new Alien series that's on FX that costs like
Why does this do this?
millions of dollars is a fan project.
It started out as a fan project, is what I was thinking. By the way, I didn't have time again because I was doing something important. I wasn't sitting there fanboying out, staring at a fucking screen. I was like doing something, and I was like, well, maybe this has like a fan impetus, is what I was thinking. But immediately it was just like, hey, retard, fans didn't make the fucking $100 million FX series. I was like, yeah, no fucking shit.
So when I texted you this, I was like, James responded to that pretty coolly, but I should have known that later you would bring it up.
I was worked up, and then I was like, I'm going to be cool about this.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said something funny.
You're like, oh, no big deal.
Man, maybe my caffeine's kicking in or something.
I can always tell this with people. Another good friend of mine, I did something wrong recently, and he didn't say anything about it. And I was like, I know that this bothers him. And then I hung out with him the other day, and he was like, by the way, why don't you fucking do that shit? I told Peter I was going to spend the night watching his dog, and I just like went and let the dog out and then gave it the dog food and everything, and didn't spend the night because I have my duties as a house manager.
Why'd you tell him you would spend the night?
I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Which I admitted promptly. I admit promptly when I'm wrong. I don't try to blame Google.
It's pretty annoying.
I'm just a better guy than you all around.
This is a fairly new
I'm the
phenomenon.
best fucking guy, and none of these girls appreciate me, and like all I want is a wife. But these fucking girls, dude. So now would be if you want to talk about Brett, we could talk about Brett. So here's the context for this. Because I do think if people just see his episode and don't know what's going on, it would be unfortunate. So if you're like a loyal listener to the pod, this will set this up. There's a guy who... I thought you were going to burp.
No.
There's a guy who I got sent like a screen cap of him from my friend Allison recently, like a picture of his Instagram. And she was like, check this out, because she knows that I love... what I would refer to as local lol cows.
Lol cows?
A lol cow, you know what a lol cow is, right, Jackson? A lol cow is somebody whose internet presence becomes a subject of like mockery, and other people gather to discuss them and make fun of them. Chris Chan would be a great example.
What's the origin of that word, lol cow?
It's a cow that produces lols, makes you laugh, and LOL.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, so LOL, COW, two separate words.
Yeah, kiwifarms.com is a website that's like fully dedicated to this. There's a lot of these people. World of T-shirts, Daniel Larson.
Okay.
Just people that post and have pretty much no self-awareness about what they're posting. A community will develop to engage in organized mockery of them,
There's a lot of
No.
There's a lot of very successful people in this world that have no self-awareness. It seems to be part of the puzzle.
And if you're good at what you do, that can be very cool. But if you have no actual success beyond this kind of like cult that develops around you to make fun of you, you're a lol cow,
Yeah.
Like Machine Gun Kelly does embarrassing, cringe things publicly, but he's also a successful musician aside from that. So he would not be a lol cow per se.
Do we know how that's happened?
He's, a handsome rapper, singer.
Yeah, but I question who it is that finds that music, and like
there's probably a lot of stuff that you don't understand the appeal of, and that's okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But so I get this.
I mean, but I see K-pop, right? And I'm like, no, fuck no, never. But I understand it when I see it in a 13-year-old girl's fucking. When I'm working and I see a K-pop poster up in a kid's room, I'm like, that tracks, whatever, no big deal. If Riley ever gets into, holy shnikes,
Don't let her engage with that stuff.
Well, no, if she
It's-
ever gets into like a boy band or, you know,
No.
pop music or something, but Machine Gun Kelly specifically is just so bad to me that I truly, and I mean, it's a serious question. Like, who is his fan base?
How many songs of his can you name?
0.
So you have not engaged with this shit enough to probably understand its appeal.
Kill Shot.
That's the one where he dissed Eminem.
Yeah, it was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah, he got murked and destroyed by Eminem. Probably contributed to him entirely switching genres.
But also, you know, I wouldn't probably know who he was otherwise.
I mean, everything that he does, every album that he has goes platinum. He has a massive fan base. And I think a lot of it is like tattooed women type of thing, you know? Or like...
You think my wife likes it?
She might. Megan Fox has had a child with him.
Yeah, that's true.
UFC fighter Sean Strickland is on your page with him and hates him and publicly said, "Get away from me, vampire boy." And it was like, this guy's a pussy. Sean Strickland rules.
Okay, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see the. I guess he's a human being, and he is incredibly successful.
Yeah.
And he's also a dad.
I mean,
I knew that.
his attitude about this is probably very similar to Brett's, which is like, just keep hating on me. My streams go up either way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm getting this paper.
I saw an interview with MGK about being a girl dad and the stuff he was saying about being a dad.
Elaborate.
He was just like, yeah, man, I'll make sure and tell her that she's beautiful. So that way when she starts dating guys and they try to tell her she's beautiful, it won't faze her at all because she'll be used to hearing it. Like, or she'll seek out being told she's beautiful because that's all her dad has ever said to her. He seemed like a fucking teenager the way he talked
he's
about
very immature.
the way he talked about raising his daughter. And I was like, you obviously have no idea what the fuck you're doing. And you probably see her 30 days out of the fucking year also because you're on tour and you're doing other things. And
He's a successful man.
yeah, so, you know, there is just to hear a guy like that talking about how great of a dad he is pretty funny. First of all,
These are some shirts that
tons of people.
Brett wants to put out.
Tons.
He calls women girlies a lot.
You don't want me to be your husband. You're lost.
LMAO. Chat GPT generated t-shirt that says future girl dad of 5.
5, yeah, and then husband energy on the back. Yeah.
He rules, dude.
Or is husband on the front? I think maybe husband energy's on the front. Yeah, and this artwork's on the back.
But so anyway, I get sent the screen cap from my friend Allison. Shout out Allison, owner of Rumors Vintage Clothing in Des Moines. It says, this monster predator's name is Brett Dadig, and he picked the wrong neighborhood to move to and prey on people in. Already been quick to anger in multiple bars of ours. Keep a lookout. Be safe. Do not serve. And then under that, this man has been harassing my friend to the point of choking her and saying that he could kill her and no one would know. He flew in from Florida for a concert at the state fair. So this is in Iowa, my hometown of Des Moines. And then randomly decided to sign a lease in the East Village, which is like this kind of hip neighborhood in Des Moines. Today, he has been going into multiple East Village stores and harassing the women there. I am scared for women's safety. My boss is contacting the police currently, but I thought I should put something out there. So I'm like, okay, interesting.
So you took this as a sign to dig into his.
So I start looking around at his Instagram and I start listening to his podcast. And his podcast, when I tell you, it is one of the most unhinged documents of a man in a mental health crisis that I've ever seen. And he is extremely entertaining. So James earlier was like, how can you like this guy? I don't like him. I don't support him, but I find him intriguing and entertaining. And I think he like represents a type of guy that is everywhere in society, but is rarely this outspoken about his attitudes and shit.
Yeah. Well, outspoken publicly.
Yes.
think-
And
But
has
this guy's like
has
a
zero
personification.
shame.
He's like personification of like golf club locker room talk.
Maybe, except if you were to behave this way in a golf club locker room, you would be mocked mercilessly. If you were like, fucking no girls like me, and like all these chicks, they just want a guy that's going to treat them bad, and they say that I'm too much. Because on the first date, I'll say like, I see you as my wife. I want to be your husband. I want us to have children together. And then you're going to tell me that I'm too much. He's like the quintessential nice guy type. You know, like a nice guy is.
Yeah.
Guy who's like women don't respect me because they just want like a bad boy with tattoos, and like I'm a fucking nice dude and I treat them right, and like they don't want anything to do with me. And he's been banned. Like you go through his podcast and every other episode is like banned from Planet Fitness for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Like he keeps getting banned from gyms, and I don't know exactly what he's doing here because you only hear his side of the story. Yeah. But I think it's that he's just like relentlessly hitting on the women there, taking pictures of them. I think.
Do you think that this
inviting them out to stuff?
Do you think we could call these locations?
I don't know if they're allowed to comment on specific clients of theirs.
It'd be kind of.
I am going to do more digging and more research into this shit before he comes on, but I do want people to know. Out of interest of like protecting James's home, I'm probably not going to directly confront this guy on the show.
Yeah,
I am just going to let him spin his wheels and ask him some specific questions. Because the other thing is, he has like a relatively very small listenership of people, but he does have like, I think he's got like 3,000 total streams for this podcast that he's had for a month, which is not bad numbers.
No.
Not horrible numbers for something that's just starting out. But he even comments, he's like, I get no love on Instagram. Like it's all people hating me, because he's moved around to these different areas. He started in Pittsburgh, then he went to Tampa. Now he's in Des Moines, and he keeps getting banned from these gyms and like ostracized by people and having this like just negative effect everywhere that he goes, and accumulating more people who then follow him and pay attention to his shit, because it is undeniably entertaining seeing him continue to get in trouble. He got Baker acted when he was in Tampa. He just got a restraining order filed against him yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
There has not been a day that has gone by without some incredibly good drama happening in this guy's life. And every time he airs it all out with no recognition that it makes him look crazy. A lot of the podcast is him texting a girl 6 times in a row, and he thinks that he's winning. Of him going like, you know what? I honestly don't have time to go back and forth. Your energy is no good for me. Take care, baby girl. I hope you find what you're looking for. And then I say, actually, that's it. Like, I'm so done with this. I'm done with being treated by girls this way. Like, I laid out my trauma for you, and you're just going to ignore me? Fuck you. Take care, baby girl. And then it'll just keep going or whatever. And then he's like, yeah, she like didn't respond. I swear to God, like, I'm so nice to these girls, and they just fucking... Like a lot of people think he's having a manic episode. Oh. So I do want to ask him on the show about his mental health. But that's my point, is like, he is a psycho. So I'm not going to like...
Yeah. So if
I'm not going to prod at him too hard. I'm just going to...
Yeah, we're not exactly at
try to get him to spin out.
We're not in a neutral location, so to speak. We don't have a studio.
And I think what would be really entertaining and intriguing about this also is, like I said, people listen to this shit, but it's all people hating him. I showed you his TikTok earlier. Every single comment is negative.
Yeah.
Every comment on the actual podcast on Spotify is negative. He says, I get no love Instagrams. It's all haters, but I don't even care. Like, it doesn't bother me. I don't give a single fuck what you say. Like, my haters, that just keeps the money rolling in, which, by the way, you don't make any money for getting 3,000 streams on Spotify. That's no money.
No,
that's nothing. That's maybe $1. I think that you get paid $1 per 3,000 streams.
Oh,
it's
really?
Like what it equates to. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's pretending that he's wealthy.
Well, then it's not no money.
It's $1.
Yeah, you can get a cup of coffee at McDonald's.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
It's $1.06. But so this guy,
I'll give the guy a nickel.
Him encountering someone who actually knows all of this lore and is like, can we talk about the episode on August 2nd where you went into anaphylactic shock? Like, I have a bunch of notes that I'm going to be referring to. Like, let's talk about when your sister cut you off for your behavior on Facebook. Like, how did you get exiled from Pittsburgh? Like, him having somebody that's actually a fan of him, so to speak, gassing him up is going to be like, you're going to see his mind get blown in real time. Because he's delusional, and so he thinks that he has all these fans, but no one is actually earnestly engaging and supporting this content. So him meeting someone that appears to be that way will amplify the mania to a whole new level.
Your hope is.
I believe it will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. And I'm sure that you believe that you are right.
What do you mean?
You just believe that you're right about that. That's what you believe, and you believe that you're right.
Believing something is also believing that it's right.
Okay. Yeah.
So you believe that, and then you also believe that you're right in believing it?
Mm-hmm.
That's redundant.
Okay. Is that frustrating?
Are you just trying to fill time?
No, I was just trying to be frustrating.
Well, it's working.
Well, I'm, for one, pretty excited.
I'm very... I think that this would be a fun direction to take the show in, is having people on who are psychotic rather than people who are just normal guys from AA.
Just normal guys that
From
like
unnamed program.
that like movies. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is going to be a pretty interesting contribution. Have we heard back? Do we have any?
He says he can probably do Tuesday night.
This week?
No, not
Next
after. Week after, yeah. But he also just impulsively flies all over the place.
Yeah, I wonder what this guy does for work.
He says he makes over $400,000 a year. He won't say what he's doing. The only source of income he refers to is his Spotify streams, which again is not money. He got fired from his job. He moved to Tampa because he thought he had a job here, and then he immediately got. They were just like, "No, you're not hired. You're canned."
Maybe he trades.
His parents have told him, "You're not getting hired anywhere because of your social media activity," but he refuses to stop. Part of this is that he'll ask girls out, and then they'll politely be like, "Hey, the first date was nice, but I don't see a future with you." And then he'll post them on his Instagram and be like, "I'm so done with this energy. Like, tired of putting time into people that won't put time into me." He admits he hasn't been on a second date in over a year. It comes on too strong for literally every girl, and then tries to publicly shame them on his Instagram, which no one who's watching it supports him. He also has 7,500 followers. I have to suspect some of those are fake.
Yeah.
Because he's getting like 30, 40 likes per post.
Yeah, you see that a lot.
That's not what that ratio would
I've seen. I know a few people that have 5,000 plus followers and single digit likes on
Name them.
posts. No,
Why not?
just doesn't seem appropriate.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. Building a social media brand is a humiliating endeavor.
Yeah.
It's not one that I'm interested in engaging in.
No.
I think you said you want to pay somebody to do it.
Well, I want to make fun things, fun content, you know, engaging with the people that consume it. I don't necessarily want to engage with the people that create the content I consume. You know what I mean?
So why would people want to engage with you then?
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I don't feel the need to message with Quentin Tarantino or the guy that wrote The Wire. Maybe I'd like to sit down and have an official interview with somebody like that. Maybe if I could, you know, have. But the idea of like every little video that I make or podcast that I make, I have to like manage how it's received. You know, I think that like this type of art used to be separated big time. Like there was people that distributed the art and people that created the art. And now that's not the way it is anymore. Now a quote content creator is also the distributor. And that's like a weird role for a creator mind.
Well, sure.
I mean, now distributing is different than it was before. It's a more creative process. It's more manipulative. It's more like available and accessible to a regular person. You don't have to be a fucking studio to distribute a movie anymore. You know, you just put it on YouTube. And as long as the fucking hashtags are right, like I've expressed earlier, you know, I make these videos and the plumbing videos go crazy and they get tons of engagement. And I don't put a single hashtag on those. I don't even put titles on those. I just put some music, but it's just in the sphere of Facebook and I think that something people, me and a good friend were talking about this. Something that a lot of people don't realize about blue collar people is they're a gossipy bunch of guys. Like
They love Facebook too.
yeah, and blue collar tradesmen love to shit on other tradesmen as much as like desperate housewives love to shit on each other's shoes. Like they're just as
And that's a lot.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like you know how like these Real Housewives shows is all just those women bickering at each other.
Oh, that's different from Desperate Housewives.
You know what I'm saying. So it's the same way with tradesmen.
Desperate Housewives first episode, Eva Longoria has sex with
Yeah, that was
the pool guy. That
What's
was
his
hot.
name? He
I don't know if
he
the
became
guy's name
famous.
is. The actor?
Me and my first wife loved that show.
Did you guys get horny?
Probably. I was
up,
like
dude?
21. I was pretty much horny every hour.
All I want is a wife.
Yeah.
That's another one of Brett's things. He's so intriguing.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. You know, I guess success. I mean, how do you measure success? Is in views and in engagement?
That would be one way that would make sense.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what you're after, I guess that's you want more people to listen to your shit. You want more people, you know, but like
It would also be nice for it to be for the right reason. I mean, the point that I was kind of making is like he has this high level of engagement that's from people that hate him and despise him.
But do you think that will level out eventually? That there will be enough people that
No,
kind of see it?
not for him. No. I mean, there will be people. I'm still a hater at the end of the day.
Because
I don't like him.
Yeah, but look at Rogan. Rogan has as much hate as he does love, but the hate fuels the love
Sure.
because people defend him.
I mean, yet
Like that COVID thing, he got more listeners out of all that COVID shit. You know what I'm saying?
So the outrage cycle is a big thing. If you
Yeah.
look at like Brad Trommel, who's kind of this artist and a theorist, has described the way that people intentionally use like inflammatory and outrageous stuff in order to create this back and forth between different cultural segments. So the example that he uses is Lil Nas X made this music video for Call Me By Your Name where he twerks on the devil.
yeah.
Lil
Right.
Nas X famously makes Old Town Road, song beloved by children. Then his next big project is like, I'm twerking on the devil.
Yeah.
So you get parents incredibly upset and angered by that. And then you have his fans being like, you guys are bigots. Fuck you. This is just LGBT stuff, you know? And they each person going back and forth is discussing it and raising its profile. And if he had made just like a nice thing that didn't offend anybody, that didn't get any kind of like that counter traction, it wouldn't have gone anywhere near as crazy as it did.
Yeah.
So making something that positions itself on one side or another of this cultural divide of, you know, broadly right wing versus left wing is always going to be more effective than making something that pleases both sides and lands in this kind of like milquetoast middle. You need to know your audience. You need to know not only what's going to make them happy, but what's going to piss off the other side, because then there's people posting it going, look how evil this is. And there's also people posting it going like, yes, we need to celebrate him. Twerk on the devil, honey.
Yeah, but then I guess that's in this sphere of podcasting, but then there's comedy, you know, then there's Happy Gilmore too, which is just funny and huge.
Sure.
And then there's, you know, Weapons, right?
Weapons is very divisive.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was hoping that, well, okay. Then there's Final Destination.
But it doesn't work that way with movies. People aren't going to go watch a movie to hate on it typically.
True.
They're not going to spend money that way. But clicking on a YouTube and sharing a link to it costs nothing.
Yeah.
So this is specifically about, I would say, internet accessible content.
Yeah.
You know?
Free.
Sure. Also, Happy Gilmore 2 doesn't make any more or less money based on how many people watch it. You get that?
Yeah.
The way that Netflix shit works, you don't
Yeah.
the creator of it doesn't make more money based on how many times it's streamed. You
we-
sell it to them for a package.
Yeah, but you don't think that there's like a back end stream?
I don't believe
Package?
so, no.
I would.
What would the
that
incentive be
weird.
for that?
Well, they offer that to actors.
Netflix doesn't make more money when people stream the shit more. They make more money when people subscribe to it.
Yeah.
And you can't quantify when people subscribe. They don't go, I'm subscribing for Happy Gilmore too. You know, it's not the same as Spotify streaming, etc. Those sorts of things.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered about that with Netflix, about how that deal works and how do they quantify like what something's worth? You know, how much did they pay Tom Segura for Bad Thoughts? And it ended up
Too much.
suck. Yeah, I mean, more than likely, yes, but
He's a
why?
fucking loser.
So they just
Let's
go
start
off,
beef with him.
So they just go off your past performance.
Typically, yeah.
Dude, I definitely stopped listening to Your Mom's House. I used to like it, and I don't anymore. I tried recently because it was still in my queue on my other phone, and it popped up while I was driving. I was like, it was like effort to turn it off. So I was like, fuck it, I'll listen. And it was trash. I ended up turning it off. I was surprised.
I've been listening to nothing but the Standard Podcast hosted by Brad Dadig, dude. There's an episode where he's sitting outside of like a gym waiting for this fitness class, and you hear this girl be like, oh, hey, do you want to sign up? He's like, yeah, will you sign me up for this one or whatever? And she's still nearby, and he goes back into it, and he's like, I'm just sick of women, dude. I'm like sick of being treated this way. It's like, there's a girl right by you.
So he's just doing it on his phone.
Yeah.
I wonder how that is, how that's done.
The quality sucks. It's a horrible audio quality. He's going to be very impressed by our setup.
I think... I think Bill Burr's is the same. But Bill Burr has a mic.
Yeah.
I think he has a mic that's wirelessly connected to his phone.
Sure.
And,
maybe.
Yeah, and then there's some sort of app that he's
You can record that way.
Yeah. Because Bill's always doing it on the road and shit. Because Bill doesn't miss one. He does 2 a week, dude. It's fucking crazy.
He did an episode with John Lovitz where they're shitting on each other the whole time. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, and every time like Queens of the Stone Age releases like a band that he likes, because he's played the drums with them before, and they just released some I don't know if it was a whole album or if it was just a couple of songs or whatever, but they released something, and he had an episode he'll do videos when there's a guest, big timer guester.
Good for him.
Yeah, I like old Billy Burr, dude. But I've mostly just been listening to Matt Shane and Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn had another podcast that affected me in a real big way. This is the second time that he's brought up something that has, like his episode on Prawn, I stopped watching literally that day.
The Nog.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lady on that led the Spear investigation against Pornhub that ended up, he took away the ability to use, or she took away, her and her teams or whatever, the ability to use credit cards on that website. Their associations with all the Visa and MasterCard credit card companies for some type of services. I don't know if it was upheld for very long, but it was part of their, whatever her name was. Check that. But anyway, just a lot of issues got brought up. And so the guy this week was a doctor that went to Gaza and was just talking about that whole thing. And it was pretty heavy, man.
Yeah, what did that make you think?
War is bad. I don't know. It's really hard to formulate an opinion because there's so much information, and every time I get on the internet, someone's fucking lying to me, and I just fucking don't have time to like dig.
I mean, I think all you need to know is Israel has killed like 20,000 children.
Yeah, so that's pretty much where the fact that it's still going is telling me. In the beginning, it was like, all right, well, there's, this conflict is like a reaction to something.
It's a reaction to 1,200 Israelis being killed in the October 7th attacks.
So like month 3, you're like, all right, there you go. That's enough. And now what are we, like 30 months, 35 months in or something like that?
No, they won't rest until they've obliterated Gaza and the West Bank.
So, but what I really get troubled about is the lack of intervention that's happening. It's like,
oh, there's intervention. We're actively intervening on Israel's side. We're giving them weapons,
Well, it's crazy.
Is it?
I think that's
our strongest ally in the region.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously
we have to stabilize the Middle East.
That nobody's, this has been driving me crazy.
The Nelk Boys had Bibi Netanyahu on their podcast, and then the next week had Nick Fuentes.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that? Nelk Boys.
The Nelk Boys?
Yeah, I don't know them.
Dang, bro. You're out of the loop. The
I am-
Full Send podcast. They are,
Oh, I know. I've heard of Full Send.
yeah, they're
Okay.
a group of frat gentlemen.
They're called the Nelk Boys.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're Canadian. The main guy has crazy veneers.
Yeah.
He's got the whitest fucking teeth I've ever seen.
So that's kind of my shtick, man, is that I don't fucking know any of this stuff.
That's cool, I guess.
Jimmy Spice is busy.
Sure.
Yeah. I've been debating on whether Jimmy Spice should be busy chasing money.
Shouldn't you be announcing the change of the name?
No, I haven't made I would have done that if I had made up my mind yet.
So you still haven't decided?
No. Still haven't decided.
It's all right. We don't need to hash it out right now.
No, man, I'm just enjoying having conversations with you, Tony. It may not always seem that way.
I'm hating every minute.
Yeah. Well, maybe you continue spinning in your chair. I feel like.
That did make me happy.
Where did you get that shirt? On the internet? Demu. I think you're too big for this, dude. You're trying to do something that your large body won't allow you to do. He's not going to give up. He's been wanting to do this since we started this podcast. He's been aware of the capability of the chair and unable to utilize it. There you go. This is a pretty crowded room. Should we get a bigger studio?
It's not going to fix the problem.
What's the problem? Is the problem?
We need
systemic?
structure. The movies give us a structure.
Yeah. Well,
Otherwise, it's just two rambling men.
rambling man. There you go. There's your title.
Crazy Bill's calling me. We need to have him on soon.
Crazy Bill.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
Crazy Bill is my friend who violated a restraining order recently. He's come to Black Belt a couple times.
Oh, man.
Seeing about getting him moved into the Monarch home.
There you go.
We had a gentleman leave unexpectedly.
You'll have that in the halfways.
Yeah, I shouldn't comment on Monarch business right now. My sponsee, though, I will talk about him. Yeah, he started having sex with a girl in rehab.
He went right for it, dude. I thought you were going to dance around it. Yeah, the young lady of the night.
Met her at YPG, and then they were finger fucking outside with all the homeless people watching.
God, that's gross. You really went for it with the description.
I
of
told
their
him
behavior.
he's provided masturbation fuel to a bunch of homeless people,
Yeah, probably.
and he will. That's good karma.
That's better than a handful of change.
Yeah,
Some
pretty.
spank bank material.
Pretty
Fuck the
wild,
piggy
though.
bank, dude.
So then she gets kicked out of treatment because she keeps going to meetings. Then she'll just leave the meeting and go have hand sex with him.
Well, that's
Ends up
not the
in a
rules.
motel. He goes to see her in the motel. He busts inside of her, buys her a Plan B.
Oh, God.
And then he was just like, so then I didn't use a condom for the next 2 days because if she already took the Plan B, I was like, I don't know if it works that way, dude. I think of Plan B as one Plan B equals one cream pie. Exactly.
Well,
I think if you nut too much, you can overwhelm the Plan B. The Plan B is like, oh,
also, isn't it just
Mister.
retroactive? It's not.
Yeah,
It's not proactive.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think
Yeah.
you're supposed to go out and just pop a Plan B before your evening, but
No, I don't think you're supposed to use it.
It's like Tums doesn't help for the spaghetti tomorrow. It only helps from the spaghetti 5 minutes ago.
yeah. So please pray for him to not have a baby with this chick. But
Man.
she moves into Oxford House. She immediately starts doing fentanyl again. He showed me a video of her nodding out
Why is there a video?
because he's taking video to show her later and be like, babe, you can't do this. They started saying I love you to each other within 3 days of meeting.
The movie that we're going to do the podcast on this week, the next podcast, was shot in 1984.
Yeah.
And nobody has fucking phones in that movie. And nobody's filming everything that's going on. It felt so good. to
You
watch.
want to be in this movie? Is it because you want to abandon your children and walk in the desert forever?
No,
This movie sucks
I want
ass.
to take my children and I want to move somewhere where life is like it is in this movie.
There's one good scene.
There's the movie's pretty good. So both Elliott Smith and Kurt Cobain apparently vocalized that it was their favorite movie of all time. Did you
That's
know that?
crazy.
Which I did think that was pretty strong. But when I started to watch it from a more, it was hard because everybody was being so fucking loud this week, but the cinematography, the tones, and I thought that was interesting that you don't love it because it seemed like there was a ton of subtext and shit going on, but we'll have plenty of time to talk about it and find out why it was chosen.
With Mauricio,
Yeah.
who was not here when he was supposed to be.
We're rambling on about nothing today. You were super amped when you got here. And
I don't know what happened. You sucked the life out of me.
I did
Pause.
suck the life out of you.
Pause on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I got angry about a couple of things.
What?
I don't know. What was it? I got angry about that AI bullshit.
So just to explain, when you Google stuff, it gives you like an AI answer at the top of the page that is often wrong.
Yeah. Why? Well, who's doing that?
A robot. It's artificial intelligence.
Okay. But why are they doing that? Why are they lying?
Why are they putting that up there? Because all these tech companies are going like big on AI. And why is the AI lying? It's hallucinating because it can't actually think. So it'll take information like, oh, Werner Herzog has been discussed on Joe Rogan podcast, and it'll go, he's been a guest on there. Oh, there's a video that says Werner Herzog and Joe Rogan in the title. That must be that he was on the podcast.
But see, the thing is, though, is when I use it for work, okay, and it works on manuals and like troubleshooting like high-end machines. I will say, ask Google what an error code means on a boiler system, and it will tell me, and it will be right. It has helped me. So when it comes to, I think the problem there is that what it's sourcing in that scenario is the manuals. It's
Yes,
sourcing the
technical
internet information.
manual.
There's not like psycho fuckboy Reddits about Navy and tankless water heaters like there is Werner Herzog or alien fan lore. So
yeah.
the internet, when you ask it a pop culture question, you're basically getting
It's still
the
the
fucking love child of a bunch of
my brother.
basement dwellers.
I searched what should be pretty simple. I said, what type of battery is in a 2014 Subaru Outback key fob?
Yeah. Fop.
Key fob.
Okay.
It gave me the wrong answer.
Really?
It told me it was a 2032. It was not. I should have fucking opened it up myself beforehand, but instead I spent $5 on this battery that didn't work.
Because you only read the top paragraph. You didn't dig any deeper.
Because I clicked around further and I couldn't find anything to contradict that.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Anything, like I would encourage you, before you make like a lasting decision based on this shit.
But see, that's a problem because in the field that I work in, we depend on that information. And
So what did y'all depend on prior to this?
Well, the manuals and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is
I
the
would
world
just
has
double
started
check that
moving
shit.
so fucking fast that now it's like you depend on it to stay, at the speed that you need to be at.
That's fine, but you just have to accept that occasionally it'll give you something totally wrong and you might blow up someone's house.
Yeah, I guess I got emotionally unstable earlier about it because of that, because it's frustrating.
You can't trust ChatGPT. Brett uses it
Yeah, it's
to write his episode.
Yeah,
type
you can't trust it,
descriptions.
but everybody is fucking utilizing it. So it's like saying that, you can't trust, building materials.
So I think a good comparison point would be Wikipedia was at one point like unreliable because everybody was editing it constantly. And then now it's developed like a user base that's devoted to technical accuracy. And so information on there is, for the most part, unless it's like a contested topic, something with a lot of controversy around it, pretty accurate. So AI, on the other hand, it's not getting better. the more and more AI generated information there is on the internet, the more these other AIs are feeding off of it. And so it's going to continue getting worse because it's just going to be eating its own shit. And it's a robot centipede.
How long do you think we have before we're all just centipeding each other?
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To death, though? I mean, you want to have a family?
Not anymore. Not after listening to Brett. His episode descriptions are by ChatGPT, and you can tell there's like these certain linguistic tics that you'll notice when ChatGPT writes things. It likes to go, this isn't blank, it's blank. And it does the M dashes, as everybody has pointed out. But so...
Oh, wow, look at this. These are the notes on
In this
Barry.
emergency episode, I address the chaos head on. An emergency restraining order was filed against me for absolutely nothing, while the real threats and lies against me go unchecked. This isn't just about me. It's about the double standard, the broken system, and the damage that false accusations do. I'm not here to play victim. I'm here to stand in truth, protect my name, and make it clear. God knows my heart, and the truth always comes to light. If you've ever been lied on, slandered, or dragged through something you didn't deserve, you'll feel this one. ChatGPT also, and this is just like a good writing style tip, everything's in threes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, if you've ever been lied on, slandered, or dragged through the double standard, the broken systems, and the damage, like it's just...
Yeah, shit that you would learn at fucking college if you were like,
It's if
took
you
a
were- if
creative
you-
writing class or
copywriting specifically, like writing
yeah.
for advertising, writing for
yeah.
business.
Look at those are my notes for the show so far.
What do you got?
I'm just saying those are the Barry Lyndon notes. So you start the very first episode.
Yeah,
They're pretty fucking cool. They're pretty long. Look at all these.
that was great, dude.
Barry
what
Lyndon.
happened to us?
And then you get the fucking this, and it's pink, black mirrors, tracking shots. I also had a fucking broken Sharpie for this one, so that wasn't helping.
Are there any movies you remember from like when you were younger, just being like, "That's the hottest chick ever"?
Cameron Diaz and The Mask.
Okay,
That shit blew
that's a
me
popular
away.
one. She has some cleavage going in that.
Yeah, and she has that red dress on, and
That's
she was
push up,
just
bro.
like,
She doesn't actually have
Nope,
big
she
hands.
has no boobies.
Yeah.
It's pretty disappointing what's happened. And then
Pretty disappointing. What's
yeah.
happened?
yeah, and Christina Applegate, it was one of those like, oh my god, she's so
And
hot.
Married with Children.
Yeah, Married with Children was pretty big.
I should go back and
show
watch that.
for me. Yeah, that show's great, dude.
He hates his wife, right? He doesn't want to have sex with his wife.
That's the yeah, and she's hot. Peggy Bundy's hot, dude. I don't know if it's he like does. She's driven sexually, and he's not so much. It's about the downtrodden.
Does he chug, Bruce?
American style,
Okay.
not alcoholically. Pretty much beer only.
Okay.
He's just in he sells women's shoes as his job, which is like
Sus?
well, it's supposed to be like the worst job you can have. Everything
is.
about Al Bundy's character is
Downtrodden.
yeah, except he's got his house has stairs. He's got a 2-story house.
Got to be doing well.
That ain't nothing.
Then his son is an idiot, right?
Bud. The dog is
I-
really cool. The dog has internal monologue, I think.
Okay.
I think you can hear Bud. And there's an episode where I don't know if it's like a running theme, but I know there's an episode where you can hear Bud's thoughts.
Old sitcoms get me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like that, I bet watching that show, I would consistently crack up and giggle.
You know what show you should watch if you never have is All in the Family. Have you ever watched that?
And that's a similar, from an earlier era, but it's still
Yeah.
the same like Norman Lear
Yeah, but it's
thing of like an angry
super-
dad type. guy.
Well, sort of, but also super.
And he's, what's his name?
Archie Bunker.
Archie Bunker, yes.
Yeah, and famously racist, but it's social commentary. So something a lot of people miss about that show. So I actually have a vinyl that is an All in the Family. It's a bunch of cuts from the show, and it's the theme songs. It's like some musical touches, but it's also, and there's a description and the
He smokes cigars.
yeah. And then the spinoff of that show was The Jeffersons. So George Jefferson was originally on All in the Family.
He's a black
character.
fella.
Yeah. It's moving on up to the east side. I finally got a piece of the pie. That was a spinoff from All in the Family. And Carol O'Connor and the creators of All in the Family
Norman Lear.
were it was satire.
Sure.
But, the problem that happens with satire,
People start to buy into it. People are like, Archie Bunker's the man.
yeah, exactly. You end up appealing to the wrong people by accident. Yeah. And there's this whole thing in the beginning that
Dang.
when you create something and you write a piece, you write a paragraph to describe it. What is that called? Not a memo, not a
Synopsis.
or a mission statement.
Sure.
Their mission statement ran on the screen before it came on, and like nobody remembers it, but it's all about how the civil rights and this, we are advocates for this movement. This is a show to show the ridiculous attitude that some people may have towards that culture, because Archie Bunker is he talks down to his wife, he talks down to his son-in-law, Meathead, who's Jewish. Rob Reiner is Meathead.
Yeah.
Who became, a very, very famous filmmaker. Rob Reiner has made a shit. Rob Reiner made the fucking Princess Bride, dude.
This is Carol O'Connor. Archie's dilemma is coping with a world that is changing in front of him. He doesn't know what to do except to lose his temper, mouth his poisons, look elsewhere to fix the blame for his own discomfort. He isn't a totally evil man. He's shrewd, but he won't get to the root of his problem because the root of his problem is himself, and he doesn't know it. That is the dilemma of Archie Bunker. So this actor was thinking very deeply about this guy.
Yeah,
That's cool.
He was.
I should watch that too.
All in the Family is fucking incredible, bro. That's a great show. I used to watch that as a little kid on like Nick at Night or whatever. I mean, we didn't have cable, so it wouldn't be Nick at Night. It was like, I don't know, WED, not WEDU, UPN.
W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah. UPN 44 in the afternoons.
Interesting. My first babe that I liked, let me set the scene.
Was a man?
No.
A babe.
I'm watching James Bond. I was obsessed with James Bond,
Yes.
partially for this reason.
It's the ladies.
There's always a Bond girl.
Yeah.
I'm watching James Bond with my friend Michael.
Which James Bond?
GoldenEye.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were going to say Brosnan. That's your era. GoldenEye's good.
The scene where Xenia Onatopp chokes the guy to death with her thighs and kills him while she's
Yeah.
humping him. The first time I remember having a boner. And I remember being like, what, this feeling is uncomfortable. And my friend Michael was like, oh, this is boring, and goes to fast forward it. And I grabbed the remote away from him and he started crying. Later learned he is a gay man.
Oh, well, yeah.
And we had I was like an unpopular kid. He was my only friend in elementary school, really. And we would have these like fights where I would do something that he disagreed with, and he would be like, we're not friends anymore. And I would like cry and cry because he was my only friend. It was really fucked up.
So hold on.
And I find out that he's gay, and I was like, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
He loved me. He wanted to be with me.
I was really hoping that when we started this podcast, I would get to you talking about your first boner at some point. I was like,
Sure.
yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole mission of the podcast has been achieved now.
Yeah.
The very first, I can't recall my first boner.
Can recall my last one. Famke Johnson portrays Xenia Onatopp. And so I do think it's interesting that like my first memorable kind of like sexual arousal is a man being killed by a woman.
Yeah, well, you have stated before on this podcast
That my fetish, my one singular fetish is like a gun being pointed at my head in the act of copulation.
My wife has a similar sort of story. It's just funny about, she remembers the first time she got like a lady boner.
Was it Aladdin?
No.
A lot of women say in Aladdin when Jafar traps Jasmine.
Really?
Women got horny for that. They like being trapped by men. It's true.
I don't disagree. I did not. I guess that's just interesting. No, she, My Chemical Romance.
Gerard Way.
Yeah, with the long hair. The The famous video.
I'm Not Okay, I Promise, or the Black Parade. Or,
Well, she loved the Black Parade, but she was already in love with him. I think it's I'm Not Okay, or the
I'm Not Okay.
Helena.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she
Long ago, just like my sister, who's 6 years younger than me, is like a modern day MCR fan. She also just got married. I'm gonna show you some pictures.
So she says she remembers looking to her cousin and saying he's so hot, and never having said anything like that before. She's going to see them.
Yeah,
They're doing a huge tour right now.
there's a lot of younger people that like were too young when the band was coming out to be fans of theirs.
There's
but like
a new
20s Gen Z loves them.
I watched some of their live shit, and it's not bad.
MCR rules, dude.
Yeah,
They're a rock and roll band. They have guitar solos and shit. They're good.
He wrote the Umbrella Academy too.
He did.
Yeah, he got fat for a while there.
Sure did.
Yeah, we have some of his solo records at the house. I'm gonna disclose completely on this show right now that I'm not a huge MCR fan, but I do have some respect for them. So your sister, this is your sister's wedding.
Yep, on the right.
Your sister's on the right. Your sister's tall, dude.
Yeah, 6'5".
Holy shnikey, 6'5".
Yeah.
Where is this?
Some place in Oregon.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Is this all we have? The one photo of the two of them? Is there any more?
You can go through them.
Can I scroll through your phone, dude? Am I going to see any gross stuff?
There's nothing in there. All my bad stuff's
Damn,
in.
everybody really got dressed up.
I know.
Got a bunch of fucking plaid. Your sister is literally the best. I guess that's what it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
The best
You want the
dressed.
bride to be the best dressed.
But you do want the people standing there. I guess they got collars on.
Shouts out to Cassandra. Congratulations on your nuptials. You will not be watching this. She only likes podcasts where they play D&D.
Really?
Yep.
I should do that.
You do that.
We do need some fucking structure. I apologize to anyone who has dealt with this podcast for as long as they have. If you're still listening, kudos. Yeah.
Nice.
We're
Jinx. No, you can't talk. The rest is just me ranting.
Pretty sure that's all it's been this whole time. I tried to talk about The Wire, and you just weren't having
No,
it.
we can continue going on about The Wire. I wanted to tell you about my experience as a school teacher.
Yeah.
Smoked crack.
That we've talked
Got
about
hammered.
Half Nelson.
Yeah, it's a similar story, kind
you
of.
watched
He was
that?
a better teacher than me. Yeah.
Oh man, there's a scene in that movie where
He gets caught in the bathroom.
he's buying drugs. No,
The
from
end.
the girl.
Yeah.
And he's like shaking his head, but he's like, it says this is what it is.
Yeah.
That's a hard scene, bro. That scene goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite scene in that movie is when he brings a girl home from the bar, and he's telling her like, I was bad. I was really, really bad, but now I'm just doing it to get by. Like, it's just
Yeah.
it's just a thing. And he's like doing coke in front of her and just being like, yeah, like I was really down. I had to get my shit together. It's like, bro, you're still fucked up. You're just doing powder and not smoking now.
Doesn't
But
he get caught like smoking crack in his?
the girl catches
parents?
him in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, in someone's garage, like his dad's garage or something. I forget, dude. I was like, I watched the movie when it was new.
Ryan Gosling's breakout role.
Yeah, sort
He's
of.
also in The Believer. You ever see that?
No, but
He plays a Jewish Nazi.
the United States of Leland.
That's a good one too.
Kevin Spacey's in that movie.
Great actor.
Yeah, gay man, touchy.
Yeah.
Just a common theme today: touchy gay men.
Me and John on our last episode discussed the Pedro Pascal situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to it because I want to see that.
You're not going to watch that movie.
You don't think so? The material.
You should.
Yeah, isn't it on? Is it out?
It's everywhere. It has an incredible twist. It has the best twist I've seen in a movie in a
and
really
I
long
felt like
time.
you were gonna fucking say something, so I turned it off.
Good.
Turned it off because I will watch that. Why won't I watch that movie?
I don't know. I don't know if you enjoy rom-coms the way that I do.
Yeah, I love a good rom com. When I was,
Moonlight.
Moonstruck.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know Moonstruck.
He's so sick.
Yeah. There's some. I like.
My hand.
I mean, when I was, in my 20s and 30s, there was like a big streak of those, but they were comedies like the Along Came Polly and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Those were really funny. You didn't like
Those are good. Philip Seymour Hoffman is so good in that movie.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
I sharded.
What does he say when he's in the elevator though? He's like, God, he's so gross, bro. There's my boy John Blankenship used to fucking quote that character all the time. It's like, oh, I'm so freaking horny. He's like in an elevator, like one of those big freight elevators with like 20 people or 12 people or whatever. He's just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking horny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, bro. And then on the basketball court, he's just throwing bricks off the backboard and yelling like Kobe out loud.
He's an incredible actor.
Yeah, he was, dude. Bro, so
R.I.P.
fucking Joaquin Phoenix was on
Joe Rogan Experience.
Theo Vaughn. No, I don't think
Theo
I
Von
don't think old
Experience.
Phoenix would do Rogan, bro. I think he's a little too political for that. So he's on Theo Vaughn, and Theo Vaughn asked him about Philip Seymour Hoffman. He's like, "Do you miss Philip Seymour Hoffman?" And they didn't talk. River's like, Joaquin, yeah, sorry. Oh, rest in peace. And he was like, and they just brushed past it. Because they worked together a couple times, and specifically in that movie, The Master, where there was a fucking very powerful performance from the both of them, and you got to wonder what was going on.
You think they had beef?
Maybe, or maybe they just shit got super real, and Joaquin's not comfortable talking about it. He maybe isn't comfortable talking about losing his friend.
Have you seen Mark Maron shitting on Theo Vaughn?
Mark Maron's been shitting on everyone lately. That guy's
Good for him.
That guy's a shit fucker, dude.
He rules.
You think so? Let's do a podcast on Mark fucking Maron's douchey ass, bro.
He's just like unapologetically himself, you know.
Yeah, so
I like old cranky liberals are funny to me.
yeah, I guess like objectively, old cranky liberals are funny.
And
like,
he got Theo Von dead to rights. Like the impression is perfect.
Like Larry David.
Hitler, y'all were geeked up on meth. That makes you get crazy. I did meth. I ate a live bird. It's like exactly what he would say in that situation.
Yeah. Fucking, what was it on Bobby? Bobby in the Bad Friends one. All right. Well, I think they've dealt with us enough today. We got sprung on. No guest. We had some fun.
A little bit. They can't all be perfect winners all the way through.
I got worked up, dude.
It's okay.
I got worked up.
Look, I hate AI also.
We questioned my
knowledge.
No. My determination on internet success and getting this particular endeavor. I mean, either it's just going to be an exercise in us having fun, having conversations, or it's going to be, we're going to attempt to try to make it something. I enjoy making the videos.
Yeah.
I think they're funny.
They are.
And, some people.
Joaquin Phoenix was terrified of Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did not want to make eye contact with him.
Well, also, Joaquin has a history of very unfortunate relationship, and
every good actor is a psychopath.
Yeah. But, Joaquin Phoenix's brother died from drugs, and Philip Seymour Hoffman was suffering from drug addiction. Probably
died from drugs.
Yeah. And during The Master, you can almost guarantee that he was fucking relapsing.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think he relapsed pretty shortly before he died.
I don't know, man. I feel like that character playing L. Ron Hubbard, would push a crazy person into their craziness. We shading up.
We should do this when we have Brett on.
I can't do it in the headphones. Doesn't really work that well. I guess it fits in there. It's just very uncomfortable. I'm trying to figure out a new voice to do.
In the scene in The Master where Phil is arguing with the fellow who's saying that the cause of the cult, I saw Philip genuinely shaking with power and energy and things coursing through his body that he couldn't control because he was putting so much into the scene. I did not want him to look at me. I did not want to make eye contact with him. I tried to stay away from him. I was terrified of him.
Did they ever work together any other way? Any other day? Any other place? Any other time? I'm trying to think of a voice. Do you want to do funny voices for this? Because I know you like to do, hey, everybody. Or what's your slapsticky voice that you do? Your radio DJ voice? Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
What are we talking about? Yeah.
I was thinking about doing like a real Clay Davis, like a real dorky white guy.
Clay Davis?
Clay Davis. He's the Senator Clay Davis. He's a black fella, but he
Does he go, shit?
yeah, goes, shit. But in real life, that actor is a very Caucasian sounding gentleman.
Did you know that Winston Pierce, who plays Bunk on that show?
Oh, fucking the Bunk, bro.
He like
He's a character that's like a real dude.
he's a huge Hillary Clinton supporter, and he like assaulted this chick who was supporting Bernie in a hotel. He was like got in her face and
Really?
manhandled her.
Bro, the Bunk is a real guy. Like the detective that's,
What's the actor's name?
always dressed real nice, and he's a womanizer, and he's a drunk, and he's hilarious. There's a scene.
Wendell Pierce.
There's a fucking scene in that movie where he's with Lester, and they're looking for the. This happened this week, so they're looking for bodies in the vacants,
Yeah.
and he bets him $20. Lester bets him $20. They're at the bar. They're drunk as fuck, and they're like, "I bet you any door you find with that nail in it, and there'll be a body inside." And Bunk's like, "All right, bet, motherfucker." And they get in there, and they find it, and the shot is on the body, but the conversation, Bunk goes, and tell me if you think this is funny, because I fucking died laughing. Bunk is like, "Fuck, I gotta get a 20 out before it's fucking dark out here. I'm gonna give you one of them 25s by accident." Like referencing a bill that doesn't exist.
That's a good bar.
Shit fucking killed me, dude.
Yeah, Wendell Pierce struck a woman and punched her in the head after she declared her support for Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders.
Really?
Yeah.
But to defend Hillary?
Hill dog.
What? Aren't they like home slices? Well,
They were not
they fought
friends.
over the Democratic nomination.
Yeah, but then Bernie kissed the ring.
Yeah, that was fucking damn. God, it's just so funny how that shit all seemed like such a big deal at the time, and then until the next big deal, none of it's a big deal.
The death of all the children in Gaza.
There's a pretty
Not a big deal.
That's a big deal. The
Yeah.
fucking Democratic nomination, not so much.
I mean, it makes a difference in terms of whether we continue to send money and weapons
Does it,
to
though?
Israel, because Bernie Sanders would not have done that.
Bernie Sanders wouldn't have been able to. That's the sad thing, is that he wouldn't have been able to do shit about it. It would have
I think
happened exactly.
He could have influenced it one way or another.
I don't know. That's some other good stuff about The Wire. Is there's conversations between like campaign managers that are like at the bar.
50,000 have been killed or injured.
There's like these conversations between campaign managers at the bar, and the one that's like a veteran is like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go." He's like, "You think they're gonna change? They never fucking change. You fight for them, you do this." And he's just like, "I'm just gonna work with this guy next year, see if I can get this." How campaign managers turn into some of the most jaded people in the world,
Yeah, for sure.
because they're like, and they're the ones that are closest to the political movements. The politics. There's this conversation when they're discovering that there's all these dead bodies in all these vacant buildings, and they're like, we need to find these bodies now, because the first conversation is, "Motherfucker, we're trying to keep our murder rate down, and you want to uncover 37." The conversation is not about these people's families. It's not about any of that. It's about finding who killed them, maybe justice. It's about the numbers. And then the numbers, and then he's like, "Oh, but if we find them before January 1st, they'll be on the previous mayor's murder rate, and not mine. So now hurry up." When before it was like, "Don't," and that's just so real.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fucked, man. It's fucked, dude. I can't wait to watch some more tonight. The Wire, dude, and me.
It's a
and
great show.
My wife and I are bonding on it so hard. Unfortunately, last night, and if you haven't watched The Wire and you're listening to the show, I'm gonna fucking spoil it so much. But our boy Bodie got shot in the dome last night. And what's funny is when I named my son Bodie, I was not thinking about The Wire at all. I was thinking about Patrick Swayze, and I was thinking about the tree of enlightenment that's in,
Bodhisattva.
yeah, the folklore of the Buddhist religion is that the Siddhartha was under the Bodhi tree,
What was he doing?
meditating. That's how he achieved enlightenment. That's
what's up.
so the Bodhi actual word translates into awakening, and also Patrick Swayze, Point Break, one of the greatest characters in film history.
One of the guys in the house was watching the Point Break remake.
Yeah, not a fan.
They're snowboarding.
That guy though that plays like the Bodhi character is pretty cool. Edward something. He was in Domino, that movie with Keira Knightley. That Tony Scott movie. What's his name?
An American, German, Chinese co-production. You talking about Broderick Johnson?
No.
Andrew Kosove?
Maybe I had it mixed up then. Anyway, I was fucking going somewhere.
Edgar Ramirez?
Oh, so when my Bodhi was just a brand new baby, we were at a Halloween thing at a friend's house in one of those subdivisions or whatever, and they, you know how they do it over there. Everyone hangs out in their driveway and they eating the fucking pizza and candy before you go do the walk around. And they're like, "What's their name?" I was like, "Yeah, this is Mason and this is Bodhi." And some guy was like from The Wire, and I was like, "Fucking, you know what? I never thought of that."
That's tight.
But yeah,
My son's
spelled a little
Snoop.
different. Yeah, right. This is Chris.
My
and
kid's Snoop
If you had
and Wallace.
twins, and you named them Chris and Snoop. Chris is actually probably one of my favorite. He has some of the best.
Marlo. I like Marlo.
Chris has some of the best line delivery.
Yeah.
It's all good, boss. It's all good. Like when he's talking people into coming into the vacant so he can kill them.
Yeah.
The vibe, he's just got like the darkest face. You know that actor's actually in season 1 in a different role.
Oh, I did not know that.
He's in like a background shot though. I watched all of the special features.
Featurettes.
I still have that somewhere. It's the DVD box set.
That's a lost thing, I think, in the streaming era. Is I used to love special features.
Yeah, I think we've touched on that.
I'd get depressed and watch Forgetting Sarah Marshall with the director's commentary on and feel like I was just chilling with Jason Segel. And
Oh, that's a rom com.
yeah, that's a fucking banger.
Fuck hard with that rom com. Yeah. Well, I mean, What's His Nuts was behind a bunch of them.
Judd Apatow.
Yeah. That guy kind of turned into a fucking, I don't know.
It's fine.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think he got too political.
You just don't like his politics because you're a conservative man.
Well, he's probably supporting fucking Israel right now.
I don't think so.
I would. It's funny you're not getting on
Why?
the laptop for that one.
Why? Because he's a Jewish man?
Yeah, let's type it up. It's Judd Apatow's public stance on the Gaza conflict. See what
This is
AI
how I
has
type.
to say about this shit.
Gaza.
This is what every other podcast does, you know. This fucking talks about
Yeah, I think
issues.
you might be right.
Yeah, all those guys are fucking.
Yo, he made a crazy joke.
What he did.
He was hosting the Directors Guild Awards, and he said something about Extreme Home Makeover Gaza Edition.
Ooh.
Maybe I should make TV that MAGA people would like. The Real Housewives of January 6th or Extreme Home Makeover Gaza Edition.
Oh man.
Well, that's kind of making it a MAGA thing. Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know.
my sponsors just sent me it.
No, he's fucking with he supports Gaza.
My good friend just sent me a picture of him and his kids at the Cincinnati tennis tournament, and he's doing this thing. He's probably 10 years older than me, maybe less, maybe like 5 years older than me. But he's growing his hair out, which I'm actually doing too.
It's a cool thing to do as an older man.
But the forehead's getting bigger too, and I don't know.
Ben
how,
Frank look.
Yeah, I don't know how
Let
I
me see.
feel. I don't know how I feel about it, dude.
Huh.
The forehead's getting pretty big. It's already pretty big.
I'm not rocking with that.
It's a little much, right?
Ben Frank look. Looking like he patronized French prosties.
I mean, you back out, the whole photo's pretty cool. You know, it's with the
Man,
skins.
I'm looking at that forehead. What do you think about my hairline?
The forehead takes up how much of this?
What do you think about my
Photo?
hairline?
That's a lot, right?
Is my hairline chill?
For now, I'd
That's
say
what's
so.
up.
Do you have it in your family or what?
Yeah, big time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a
Grandpa was
bummer.
bald as an egg.
My
Is
both
that an expression?
both my,
I like that.
both my dad and grandfather died with a full head of motherfucking hair, dog. And my grandfather was like 90.
Dang it. That is an expression. Bald as an egg.
What, you're upset that you didn't invent that?
I'm going to write it down anyway.
Were you hopeful that you had?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
legitimately?
Yeah.
You believed that you believed it?
Oh, I did have something I wanted to bring up. I've already asked, what are you doing if you're having sex and your woman starts smacking you on the ass? Okay. I love the way you smack my ass famously.
You're probably not going to like this, but I was thinking, what if he is speaking in the,
from the woman's perspective?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I mean, it kind of tracks, right?
No.
No? The whole, if you think of the bridge, I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the way
I love the dirty things you do.
I can control you.
I have control of you.
Yeah, that's the woman talking.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
That would make more sense, but I mean that is a one reading of it. I don't think so. I think he likes the way that she smacks his ass. But so how about this? Okay, so check this out. You're making love to your woman, missionary style.
Missionary.
She starts. Hold on. You're making love to your woman, missionary style, as the Lord intended. She starts smacking you on the ass.
Yeah.
And also sucking on your nipples.
Sucking on the nips, the hairy nips.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're missionary.
What are you doing?
Just tapping that ass.
She's really whap, whap, both hands.
Oh man, I'm not into that, dude.
What would you do?
I'd start cussing. I'd
Say, hey, cut that shit out.
Yeah, like nah. I feel like, legitimately. Okay, there's a few factors.
I'm gonna ask Brett this.
How many times have we had sex with this person? All right.
Hundreds.
Oh, really?
It's a new thing she's trying out. Are you
Nah.
gonna be mean to her
Yeah.
for trying to spice life up in the bedroom?
Yes.
All right.
If it's
Now she's not going to try anything
first
else.
time.
Now she's not going to pull the gun out and point the gun at you.
I don't know. I got to sit on this one. Can I sit and come back to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ponder this as much as you can.
I truly would love to meditate on the idea. Maybe give it a run.
See what it's. So I've heard some men say they like getting their nipples sucked.
No.
I think you might be closing yourself off to all kinds of pleasure.
Yeah,
I like getting smacked in the face.
It's hard for me to give a lot of energy to this because I'm in a, just personally in a point in my life where sex isn't a very big part of my life. So it's
Can't wait for that to be me.
yeah, it's fucking cool. I tell you what though, you find other things to fucking stress out about.
Yeah.
That's why I think fucking Jimmy Spice should become a character. I think that was the whole idea to begin with, and I just never pulled the trigger on it. I mean, come in here and be that guy.
Be the guy that likes getting his nipples sucked and smacked on the ass.
Yeah, just talk about how
I love the way you suck my
how
nips.
hungover I am, and
That's
all
cool.
this
Yeah.
running from the.
What about when you got the sunglasses on, you're him, and when you don't, you're yourself?
That might be something.
I think Chase is probably the only person who's listened to this far, and we should shout Chase out. You're the man, Chase.
Yeah, he does listen. Well, there's a couple other people, but they're all friends.
Shout out them.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Tell other people to listen. We
No,
promise.
shout their names out.
Joe, he's gonna be
Shout out Joe.
yeah. Shout out Joe. Shout out Monica.
Shout out Monica.
Yeah,
Thank you, Monica.
Sure, dude.
Thank you for having me come speak at Perk.
All right, that was very nice.
Yeah.
They needed you, bro. You've been on the circuit lately, dude.
Yeah.
That's how it rolls.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fun. I love.
I
doing
did great at Sunday night speakers last week. I had no notes and I just went up and
Yeah,
crushed.
I'm a little peanut butter and jelly on that one because that particular one is only full that one has a shelf life, cyclical life.
Yeah.
And right now it's on fire, which is cool.
It's because of me.
I've been there when I was a little bit longer than you. I went there and it was packed.
Packed now.
It was and I used to tell this story a lot. I did great, and it was a great experience. And I went out to eat afterwards with a bunch of people that I looked up to. And I went home that night and I had the most vivid drug and drinking dream I had in my sobriety.
What'd you do?
I was back in Kensington shooting dope, and it was just like real. Like I was running and gunning on them hoes. Oh, and it was fucking tight.
I had a dream last
And
night
I woke up
that
sick to my stomach.
my boss sent me to go collect water from this dirty river, and then I had to drink the water in front of everybody. What does that mean?
That means that your job sucks.
Nah. Shouts out Stacy, my boss.
Stay, if you listen and stop making my boy drink that poo water, dog.
It was a dream.
It was.
All right,
a
we're at
dream.
95 minutes.
All right, guys.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it, dude. Say bye-bye to everybody.
Goodbye. Peace be with you.
Peace be upon you.
I'm loose.